Taurus, welcome back. Or if you are new, welcome. This is the Tana Tarot Zodiac channel. And Taurus, this is your reading, your general reading for the next 7-ish days from whenever you should happen to come across it. So it is timeless. Hey, Taurus, please go also and check the readings for your rising, moon, and Venus signs. And also, if you enjoy my content, please do give me a thumbs up and do subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Alrighty, let's lay out your cards. Whoa, Taurus, WTF. Okay, Taurus, we got the Tower. And it's not, I really like the Tower, but okay, starting out big. Tower, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, 5 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, the Emperor, the High Priestess, the 10 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. Interesting. Alrighty, Taurus, let us begin. So, right now with the Tower, the energy right now for you, something's getting blown up or something's going to be blown up very soon. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you know how I feel about the Tower, but if you haven't, let me tell you. The Tower is the breaking down, or the blowing up, if you will, of something that is built on a false foundation. If it's a relationship, it's people who are together for codependent or toxic reasons, like for money, or maybe child of an alcoholic and they go with someone who's with an alcoholic, or someone who's very abusive because that feels normal, stuff like that. And so in a job, it could be you find yourself continually in positions where companies and managers take advantage of you, stuff like that. And so I see that breaking down because that which is built on a false foundation cannot stand. And so while it may be stressful, challenging, all that, when it happens, it really is for the best that this false thing be knocked down so that something good and true and real can be built in its place. So Taurus, I don't know if this is a relationship, a job, family issue, I don't know, but something is, big. The Tower is major arcana. Something is going to blow up or break down, or has already, and you need to be prepared. I feel like even though this has happened, I feel like you were prepared, or you are prepared. And here's why. With the Knight of Pentacles, you're moving forward in stability and security. You're facing away from the Tower. It's like, yes, that happened, or yes, I know that's going to happen. I am going that way. I am good. I have my horse. I have my pentacle. I have my, I have my ish together. I've got my money. I've got my bank account. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. There could have been an air sign that told you something that blew this up. And Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius doesn't have to be. But someone could have told you like a truth that blew this up. It could be the person that this got blown up with. It could have been like a friend or a family member. But I feel like there was some type of communication, some type of truth that helped for this, blow up or this breaking down to happen. Yeah, you know what? I feel like you're really doing okay because we have the 5 of Cups in the past energy, okay? So I feel like, yeah, while it hurt you, or you know what? It could even be that the circumstance before the Tower was killing you, was hurting you, okay? And then the Tower set you free. You know, take it how you will, timing-wise. But this Five of Cups does come up in the past. And so even if this blow-up hasn't even happened yet, I feel like you've already mourned it. I feel like you already knew things were wrong, things were bad. You had planned, because look how you come out of it smelling like a daisy with the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like you've already been preparing. You already knew. Okay? And so we have the Five of Cups with you grieving, loss, whatever it was. You're like, okay, it's over. That's done with. I see you kind of, I see you having options, actually. Trying to decide maybe what your priorities are, but I feel like you do have options. Okay? Whether it's in love, whether it's a job, whether it's a friendship, you're kind of weighing your options. There may be a decision that you need to make, like if it's a job, like which one to take. And what's really cool, which one to accept. What's really cool is, even though we started out with the Tower, I feel like you already were prepared, like you already have a job offer if it was a job, or you may already have a choice in relationships, or, you know, dating or something, if this is about a relationship. Okay? I do see that there was a lesson here that you learned. Okay? I feel like whether it's a relationship, a job, whatever it was, I feel like you were carrying way more than your fair share of the responsibilities for whatever it was. And I feel like you have learned, the lesson that you've learned is to put down boundaries. Okay? Like in relationships, say you were going with someone and, you know, something bad happened to them and they're like, oh my God, I'm getting evicted out of my place, or, you know, they raise my rent and I can't afford it, or my roommate's an asshole and, you know, I can't live here anymore. And maybe you guys were, you know, hadn't been going out that long and you didn't know them too well, but you were like, you know what, this person's cool and I'm enjoying their company. You're like, well, you can go ahead and stay with me for a while. And they were like, really? And you're like, yeah. And then, you know, 6 months later, they're still there. They haven't made any kind of, if they're working, they haven't paid you anything. If they're not working, they haven't made any effort to find a job. They've been living off you. The house is dirty. So they didn't even try and do their fair share or even do anything to show appreciation for you letting them live there. They're very entitled, you know, that kind of a thing. And you're like, how the hell did this, you know, did it end up like this? So you were doing way more than your fair share of, you know, financially, you know, cleaning, you know, everything. And you're like, no, this is not what I had in mind. So I see you really having put down boundaries. Now, whether it was in this particular instance or whether not having boundaries is a pattern for you, I don't know, but you certainly did learn the lesson in this instance. And if it is a pattern for you, that is something to, you know, take note of. Got to have boundaries, or you can find yourself in these types of situations more often than not. Okay? But what's really cool is I see you really owning your shit. Like I said, you know, you're coming out of it. Knight of Pentacles. You know, you're doing good. You already have options with the Two of Pentacles. You already have options. You already got stuff going on. You're learning the lesson. So I feel like you come out of this really a lot stronger. I mean, with the Emperor card, you are, you know, you're strong. You're on top of your, you know, on top of your stuff. You've got it together. You're owning your life. The High Priestess, this is like the message or guidance from Spirit. We have the High Priestess. And I feel like the message from Spirit is, you got this. You did the right thing. You learned the lesson. You made the right choice. Your spirit guides are watching over you. They're helping you. And, you know, like, you can trust your intuition. Listen to your inner voice. Like, maybe don't put yourself in that situation. Don't invite someone to live with you that you barely know. Or ask more questions during a job interview. You know, just whatever it is, whatever lesson it is that you have learned. So I think Spirit is acknowledging that here with the High Priestess card. Like, you did good. You learned the lesson. You can trust your inner voice and your intuition now more. You're not going to continue to make these kind of mistakes. And yeah, like you have found balance. I find it interesting, you know, the Two of Pentacles and the two columns, like you're kind of finding balance in your life. I feel like the High Priestess is also an acknowledgement from Spirit of how you saw what was coming and prepared. And so you're not devastated. Like, you did have sadness. I mean, you know, perhaps if it was a job, perhaps you really had high hopes for it. If it was a relationship, perhaps you really thought it was something, or you wouldn't have asked the person to move in, and it ended up not being. There was sadness. But, you know, you're okay. You're doing good. So Taurus, this is what I have for you. Oh, and I forgot here with the Eight of Wands, some fast communications coming in. Okay, so if this is about a job, I see a job offer coming in. Oh, here I already see you weighing your options. Okay, and I see ships, you know, coming in. But the Eight of Wands is something fast moving. So is the Tower. So if this hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen very soon. And this also could be the message. With the Queen of Swords, I see you getting some kind of a message, a truth, you know, a communication of the truth that causes maybe this blow up, or causes you to have to cut someone or something out of your life. And that's what this is. So this is what I have for you, Taurus. If this did resonate, please do give me a thumbs up, and please do subscribe. And I'll see you next week, Taurus. Bye-bye.